Okay, now that I've moved the light, everything should be in order, working condition. I gotta clip my nails still, and we're gonna go ahead and work on the fruits and make sure we can dermaplane the fruits properly. Let's go. Okay, so now that we have gone over what you should have, the classes and other stages, what to look out for, what to be aware of, it is totally up to you to learn the proper steps. If you know a better way than I know, then yes, do what you have to do. This is just how I do it. So after the fruits, remember, after the fruits, you're going to work on the palm or the back side of the palm, the back of your hand. You're going to learn how to get rid of your small hairs on your hand. Then you're going to move up to your arms, just a little small section. You don't have to shave your whole arm. Just know how the blades feel. You're going to shave your area on your arm. After that, I'm going to show you in the next video how you work on your model before you cut them or make mistakes. You know, everybody's going to make mistakes. Let's just be clear on that. Everybody makes mistakes. Now if you go through the class flawlessly, then that's perfect, that's great. But let's be realistic. There's going to be some people's skin who is like the lemon, and it's going to be very rough and coarse and porous. Yeah, some people's skin is not face friendly for like a facial. You have to really put in work. So yes, you're going to make certain marks and scars, or not scars, but you're going to cut people to where it's like a little small nick. That's all. Don't freak out. So I'm also going to show you how to do wound recovery with a certain type of powder that I always use and that men use all the time, and it stops us from bleeding, and it quick dries the blood. You wash it off and you're good to go. You never even know you cut somebody. And when I say cut, you're going to cut into the skin to where you see the blood coming out, but they won't even feel it. I've had clients where I've cut clients before, they're sleeping the whole time because these blades are super sharp. They're sharp to the point where people don't even feel them. Just like when we're shaving, we don't really feel that blood coming out until we actually wash our face, and then we see like, oh, okay, I am bleeding. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a while. The only time we really notice is when we put on that aftershave. Oh my God, yes, that's when you know you've cut your face. Like, oh shit. Because if you didn't, the aftershave would sting a little bit like alcohol, because it is alcohol based, but it would only tingle. It wouldn't sting and burn. The burn is because you open up the pores. You cut open the pores. That's the only reason, okay? So don't freak out. Don't lose your mind. It is okay. So you're going to remove your sharp container, put it out of the way. The gel we're going to use in just a minute. Put that over out of the way. Move all your fruits out the way. You're just going to work on one fruit at a time. So the tough skin, I'm going to save this one for the last treatment, because it is going to take a little bit of time. Some people's faces, yes, you're going to be in a treatment for about maybe 45 minutes to an hour, maybe even an hour and a half, 90 minutes or more, dealing on people's faces. So we'll save this for last. Right now we're going to put together our handles. So when I'm putting together my handle for the bigger blade, all I'm doing is looking for the grips, the grooves. So the grooves, you just put your thumb here, hold, pick up your blade. The blades are going to come in a package just like this. You just rip the blade. Always find where the blade is. The blade is underneath here. So when you're opening it, start at the tail. The tail right here, you can even fold it in so you know where you are. If you can't fold anymore, you know you're on the blade. That means, it's on the blade, I can't fold. So that's why you only fold up top, because this is the only part that's going to fold anyway. Same thing for this top. You don't want to put on this top because this one's the pointy side, and you can see through them. I know you can't see it on the video, but, well, maybe you can. You can see where the point is. You definitely don't want to be folding up here and poke yourself or prick yourself. Don't do that. Go towards the end. This is the inside, because I can see the slant. Just fold. That's it. So with that fold, and then I rip. So that rip just rips it open. You flick or do your best. This is why I don't really use gloves half the time, because trying to get in here and open these is a pain in the butt. So you finally get there. Now you don't have to open it all the way or take it out all the way. all I do is go halfway to where I can see the blade. So from here, I hold right here. I take my handle, the handle side with the little notch. There's a notch right here, a little slip, like a little groove basically. And so that groove is the only one on this side. If you turn the blade over, it's flat. There's no groove. There's nothing on this side. So when you turn it on this side, that groove, that's the side that you start on. So we're going to flip, take your blade, this hole or this little small tip goes right on side the rails, and you're basically just sliding forward. And see how it just catches in that little catch, that catch part. Then remove the tip. So now you have your blade. So see, this side is nice and smooth, nothing. But this side, yeah, it gets caught on my glove because it's a catch right there. It's that little lip. So we're going to watch from a different angle in just a moment. I'm going to show you guys an up close and personal zoomed in look about what happens when this thing catches. So now when it catches, it can't come off. Hear that? Right. So this is the bigger blade. That's how you put that one on. For the smaller blade, same thing. You just take your handle. It has little grooves here again. Take your thumbs. You can hold it this way if you want to. I'm just going to put it down for one moment. And we're going to talk about in close view about what these little smaller blades do. The butter blade, you kind of already know what it does, but these two, you're going to know specifically what they do. This bigger blade is just a bigger blade of the butter blade for the man's skin or women's rough skin that have hairs and stuff like that. We're going to get rid of that. So that's all the big blade does. But for the small blade, we're just going to take same method, hold at the end of where the sharp part is, that groove. Make sure you line up your blade, put it right in the little hole. All I'm doing is coming underneath and going to the side, and then snaps right on in. So no worries, we're going to have a closer view in just a moment. When you're starting out working on the kiwi, I normally hold my kiwi upright, or you can place it right here on the table. It doesn't matter. When you're placing it on the table, just make sure you don't go down and nick your fingers up here. So that's why I have my hand this way, because I can go without hitting anything. Nothing's in my way. But if you're skilled, just put it down, put your finger on the front side, or you can actually move your fingers as low as it can go, so when you go forward you're not hitting anything. But it's kind of weird to have your hand to the side, but however you do it, you can actually have your kiwi standing straight up, have one finger up here, and go down like that. You can actually have your kiwi standing up with two fingers and going away like that. However you want to, 3 fingers, 4, you're doing fine, just as long as you don't cut yourself with the blade. And if you do cut yourself, it's a small cut. It's nothing you're going to bleed to death from. No one ever has harmed themselves that bad in dermaplaning, okay? So let's begin. So normally I hold my kiwi, thumb on top, or at least to the side, or whatever. You can have a side grip if you want to, however you prefer. So for me, I'm going to do the side grip thing, like a C, like a C. Sits right into my hand. When I'm going down, all I'm doing is doing light strokes. So if you want to practice before you even work on the kiwi, the table right here, this cloth, all you're doing is putting your hands down. My thumb is rested on the table, and all I'm doing is going forward slowly, and you should be hearing something. That is it. That's all we're doing with dermaplaning. We're nice, slow. But if I put the blade this way, oh yeah, I chop all up into my fingers. It's just like chopping food. We're all been in the kitchen. Men, I don't know. We've been out of the kitchen. But shit, we need to get in the kitchen. Treat a woman right. So this way, you're just putting your blade flat. Now, remember, the flatter the blade, the more you're going to get off. Yes, that's when men cut our faces, because when we shave, right, that blade is strictly on our skin, and we're shaving at a 90 degree, or just that 0 degree plane. 90 degree would be this way, 45 degree, just 0, or 15, 0, whatever degree. So this degree right here is at a 0 plane, 0 degrees. So you can start at 0 degrees if you want to, but you're going to get a lot of hair. So normally what we want to do is start at 45. That blade, just all the blade does is come up a little bit. 45 degrees. For you math people out there, you guys should know what this is. Easy. So now it's at 45 degrees. I'm just doing little small strokes. And it is going to be a little difficult at first. You're not going to get every single hair off perfectly. No, that is not the goal. The goal is just to get off as much hairs as possible, and then go back and fine tune those little unwanted hairs that you couldn't get the first couple strokes. That's it. And that's why we go slow. That's it. Now remember, 45 degrees. And the kiwi is soft. It is very, very difficult not to get to the green part. If you see the green part, that's okay. That's called nicking. This is nicking the skin. Now if you see water coming out, then yes, you cut somebody. That's the blood. The nicking part of it is like, okay, I got almost 2 blood, but I didn't. That's good. But you're going to get something. So just go slow. Now, in this video, you could be going along with me right now, and this will serve as our training together. Now see how it is smooth, but it's not as smooth as I want to get it. So it's smoother than this side though. Yeah, there's nothing but hair, nothing but hair. Yeah, smooth in here. It's like baby butt smooth almost. So we're gonna get a closer view in just a minute. Okay, remember again, the kiwi, I use the C shape, or however you want to hold the kiwi. Holding the blade nice and loose. And I'm not lifting the blade every time I come up and then back down, up and then back down. I'm resting the blade at a 45 degree and going down, small strokes. Again, start at the